The quiet cost of narcissism is more than skin deep. It's a calculated silencing, a strategy so insidious that you might not even recognize the tune they've played on you. That's right. We're talking about the times when your feelings were brushed aside, your opinions were twisted, and even your presence was an inconvenience to another person's grand narrative. This isn't just a video about recognizing this tune. It's about composing your counter melody and then singing it loud enough for the whole world to hear. Stick around, because today I am going to show you how to rewrite your narrative and ensure the world hears every note of your truth. But first, let's set the stage. Can you remember a time when you felt unheard? When you felt your feelings were invalidated or your opinions were dismissed as if they held no weight? Narcissistic abuse often plays a haunting melody, one that drowns out your voice. They subtly erase your identity, making you feel like your thoughts and emotions don't matter. Think about it. They minimize your feelings with phrases like, "you overreacting," or that S, "not a big deal." Your experiences are systematically distorted, until you start questioning your own reality. They weaponize empathy, saying things like, "if I wanted to hurt you, would you feel bad?" Until you're left doubting your intuition and second-guessing your reactions. Now picture this. They leverage guilt, shame, and fear to keep you silent. They twist facts, playing the victim and turning every interaction into an emotional tightrope walk. You're left exhausted, confused, and worst of all, voiceless. But here's the pivotal point. Your voice isn't gone. It's been strategically silenced. It's buried under layers of manipulation and abuse, waiting for the right moment to resurface. The first step in this journey is recognizing the aha moment. It's the internal shift that whispers, "this pattern isn't me. It's the tune they play on me." This realization is your first chord, the beginning of your counter melody. It's the moment you start to see that you're not the problem. It's the narcissistic dynamic at play. Next comes the permission slip. And remember, this is a two-part harmony. First, you give yourself permission to feel again. Permission to think your own thoughts, to have opinions, and to express them without waiting for anyone's approval, especially not theirs. Second, you give yourself permission to stop playing their game. Permission to break the script and choose your own lines. This might sound like a solo at first, but stick with me. We'll bring the full orchestra together soon. Now you've got to reconnect with your inner voice. Think of it as finding your vocal range. Try these gentle exercises. Close your eyes and ask yourself, what do I think about this? Or how do I feel in this situation? It's okay if the answers are faint at first. It's like warming up your vocal cords. With practice, your inner voice will strengthen. With that newfound clarity, you're ready for the next step. Remember our full orchestra? It's time to bring them in. You won't always get to choose the composition, but you can manage the volume. Start with These are small steps, like saying "I disagree" or expressing a preference. They're your opening act, a chance to test the waters and build your confidence. And remember, they're accustomed to a one-way street, so when you turn toward them, they might not know how to react. That's where you come in. Stay firm, stay true to your newly found voice. Speaking of tunes, how does journaling or letter writing sound? Not the kind you send, but the ones you keep. Pour out those buried emotions onto paper. Journaling lets you compose your thoughts and feelings without an audience. And that's exactly who this song is for. It's your catharsis, your release, your way of saying, "I'm here, I'm feeling this, and I refuse to bury it any longer." Now let's find your allies. These are the folks who validate your experiences without judgment, who listen without interrupting your melody with toxic tunes of their own. They're the conductors of your emotional symphony, helping you find the right tempo and tone. Reaching out can be scary, but it's also liberating. You're creating a support system, a chorus that sings alongside you. Imagine the strength in having others join you in this composition. Now let's talk about sharing your narrative. I know it's a big step, but it's like adding a bridge to your song. It connects the past with the present, allowing you to truly move forward. It's about telling your story to those who matter, to friends, family, or even professionals. But remember, difficult conversations are like a crescendo. They require preparation, anticipate their reactions, prepare your talking points, and most importantly, rehearse self-compassion. If they don't grasp the high notes of your melody, remain patient. Just as a skilled conductor guides an orchestra, you can lead the conversation to the right key. If the idea of a public performance sounds daunting, consider a more intimate concert. Find solace in writing. Write letters, stories, poems, or even song lyrics. This is your safe space, your sanctuary where you can sing at the top of your lungs without holding back. Here's the beautiful part. As you pour your heart out on paper, you're also healing your wounds. It's like pouring liquid courage down your vocal cords. And speaking of digital diaries, blogs, social media posts, vlogs, or podcasts, they're like open mics, allowing you to amplify your narrative to the world. This can be a powerful way to connect with others who resonate with your song. You're building an audience who understands your unique composition. But remember, sharing your story takes courage. If the thought of a digital performance feels overwhelming, start with a whisper. Share on platforms where you're comfortable, where you feel safe to express yourself freely. Once you've found your rhythm, your voice, and your audience, it's time to bring everything together. Enter the encore, the final movement of your symphony, one that speaks to the world about your journey. In this transformative phase, you take center stage with your whole orchestra. You're not just singing, you're dancing, you're acting, you're creating a masterpiece with every note you hit, every word you utter. This is your triumph, your victory lap after conquering the complex dynamics of narcissistic relationships. Your encore can take many forms. Perhaps you become an advocate, using your voice to help others who are still figuring out their notes. Maybe you channel your experiences into art, pouring your soul into every stroke of your brush or every chord you strum. Or maybe you find joy in simply living your life on your own terms, letting your happiness be your loudest applause. Sustaining your voice is like an encore that never ends. It's a continuous composition. To protect your space, establish clear boundaries. If they try to intrude, play a non-negotiable track on repeat. Your preferences are not. And remember, regular check-ins are like tuning your instrument. Reflect on your emotional well-being, how you feel heard, seen, and respected. Celebrate every whisper, every small step you take toward finding your voice again. It's a lifelong melody that resonates with every fiber of your being. Congratulations, you've turned the volume up on your narrative, and that's a song worth singing. Remember, every step, every note, every breath brings you closer to your truest self. Your symphony is a testament to your strength, resilience, and the indomitable spirit within you, and I am honored to be a part of its echo.